Hello. Thanks for jumping on another Poontang.
Thanks for jumping into Poontang.
Thanks for diving into some Poontang.
Yeah.
Can you guys make
Everybody
this,
loves Poontang.
make it inclusive for the LGBTQ community?
Well, Poontang.
Not everybody loves it.
We're reclaiming Poontang. It can mean whatever we want. Reclaiming it.
If this podcast blew up so big, it would
When?
change the name of Poontang. People would think of this podcast
He's correct. He is right.
then Pussy.
From Pussy.
Dayton. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Everybody I tell the name to, they have the same reaction. Everybody, it's a good name. Everybody loves Poontang.
Yeah. They come in their pants instantly.
Mm-hmm. They all go.
That's what your cum sounds like.
Yeah, when I push it out my butt. You know, after I... Dude, you want to hear something crazy today? I found
That was crazy enough. I'm ready to
Yeah.
walk out right
Yeah,
now.
pushing the cum out of your butt. Yeah, that was pretty.
That's
what do you
It was
think
pretty
rough,
happens?
right?
Once it
Jesus
goes up there,
Christ,
it's got to
guys.
come out, dude.
You can
Be
absorb
mature.
it.
Come on.
Can you?
That's how else do
Animals.
women get pregnant?
I don't
You guys
know,
are
dude.
animals.
They rub their butts together until a baby comes out.
Disgusting.
I opened up some lady's cabinet today, and there was a bunch of dildos and butt plugs and anal beads.
How old's this
Where was
lady?
this at?
You can answer him first.
It was in someone's house
Why were you going through her cabinets?
because I'm a bug man, and I needed to spray the hinges for German cockroaches.
Okay, me. Can I? How old was she?
Probably in her late 30s, early 40s,
Nice.
or maybe mid 30s. Mid 30s to mid 40s, I think is safe.
Did she know that you found it?
Hell no, dude. They weren't that. Nobody was home.
Oh.
You
What
know.
it taste like?
Mostly butt. It tasted like everything there. They just put up their butt, and I'm like, you know, you can also put these dildos in your vagina. You don't have to just put them in your butt. And then it got me thinking they're probably going up her husband's butt.
I wouldn't even thought of that.
Why not? Well, you wouldn't unless you tasted them.
Haven't been there. Haven't done that.
I know, dude. Oh, I shouldn't be chewing this gum.
That came from the cabinet too.
They also had this really
Got it.
interesting. It was like, I think it was like fentanyl gum or something. So I am high.
I feel like you'd be relaxed.
I know, right? Dude, thanks everybody for diving into another Poontang. That's Eli. That's Joel.
What's
I'm
up?
Isaiah. And dude, Joel, before we started this, you
Groundbreaking news.
groundbreaking. You're gonna hear it first. Well, not really.
No, you're not.
You're not gonna hear it first. We're gonna record it first, right here on Poontang.
Poontang.
Take it away, Joel.
So later in the day, there was a dog.
Why are you so fruity right now? Yeah, later in the day, there was a
So
dog.
I was driving home today, and I see a car illegally dumping on the side of the road.
Yes.
And I pulled over, and I see that it wasn't a bunch of trash they were throwing out. It was a dog. So but
So
the
far,
puppy was a dog.
But the puppy was a dog. So the trash.
I'm so bad at telling stories.
No,
right
you're
now.
good, dude. I was just thinking how the story, not because you're like shortening it up, which means it's.
You
like,
want me to give you the long version? And we'll
No, shortening is good. That's when you're just giving us like that's.
Yeah, I figured like I should just give you quick, so it's a quick clip.
It's funny because right when you were like, you were saying
There was a dog. The end.
There was a
That's
dog.
it. There
1
was a
year
dog.
and tomorrow morning.
Lost dog, found dog. So yeah, right when you were saying that you found the dog, you thought it was a trash, but it turned out to be a dog. I was like, oh, dude, he's getting better at it. Now this is his third time telling it. He's like getting better at telling it.
No,
I legit was thinking that, and you're like,
And
I'm
then
sorry.
he fumbled.
And
and
you're like,
then he
I'm
just
sorry.
butchered
it's
it.
too much pressure.
All right, so you.
I don't feel like it's a good enough like clip for like we should have extreme shit, but if
Well,
you think
this
I
could
should-
be. This
So
is.
there
Dude,
was a trash
what's more
dog.
extreme than the news?
The trash dog.
It was a garbage.
Dog in the
junkyard
trash.
dog.
Dog in the trash. I have a question.
All right.
Question is, what kind of car was it?
It was a black Honda Accord.
Oh shit, dude!
Mm.
I've got a Honda Accord.
Do you?
I do. It's gray though.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You heard it
yeah,
here
it's like a newer
first.
one.
They staged it.
They staged
Yeah.
it. So
we need a good story. Let's catch Joel.
So you
on his way home.
so they tossed something out of the
Yeah,
car into the ditch. You pulled up and you were gonna chase them down because they tossed trash in the ditch.
Yeah, I was like, dude, you're not throwing trash in my neighborhood. So I I was going to chase them, and as I'm speeding up behind them, I just want to glance over to see what they threw out, and it started moving and it darted out, and it was a dog.
That trash was a dog.
I had to quickly make a decision: do I chase after these people that illegally dumped or threw a dog out, or do I stop and help the dog?
Do I stop to help the dog?
And so I'm a dog guy, so I stopped and helped the dog. And when I stopped the car, the dog was limping. There was blood on it, so I think they were abusing it, or it got hit by a car.
And what kind of dog was it?
It was a pit bull.
Damn. Like what was it? Big
Very
one? Like
old.
a big one? Old
No,
too?
it was like really, really old. It's been weathered pretty bad. Yeah.
Damn.
But the nails were trimmed very nicely. Like you can tell.
They were like painted. Like,
Fresh mani-pedi on this thing.
yeah.
So
yeah, I pulled over, I grabbed the dog, called the police. The dog had a collar on and everything.
with a phone number. Isn't that
with
weird?
the phone number, but the phone number didn't work. It was disconnected. The cops got there. They took the dog, and I thought that was the end
that
of
was
it.
like what they did was they just got rid of they got a new phone number instead of just taking the collar off the dog.
Yeah, we gotta change our number. No, I think when they were they were pushing the dog out. Like it was like
got rid of
thrown into this heavily wooded ditch,
Oh.
covered with people.
They're like, "Get out of here."
I think they were
Yeah.
panicking because I pull up to the stop sign and I could see them about 30 yards away, hucking this dog out, and they're hauling. Like they left the door open and they took off. So they freaked out when I pulled up.
Well, thank God you did see them.
Yep. Yeah.
So you called the cops and the cops show up. Then what happened?
Yes, the cops pulled up. Normal, they inspected the dog, make sure it didn't have like any severely like bleeding heavily or very obvious broken leg. Took the dog and took my info. That was the end of it. But then about 2 hours later, the cop calls me back. The officer calls me back, and
Which I think is crazy, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Because officers never call, even when it's like they like never call.
It's a
people
feel-good
back.
story.
yeah. Well, this is cool. The reason she called me back is that dog went missing a year ago.
That's wild.
Been home alone for a year.
Home Alone.
So who knows what that dog's seen for the last year? It was kidnapped a year ago.
Right.
And
Holy shit,
anyway, so the reason they know it was missing for a year is because it was chipped.
Dude.
And on that chip, there was a phone number. So
One that worked.
it
Real
actually
phone
worked.
number.
So they ringed it up, and this person picked up, and they're like, "Hey, are you so and so?" "Yep." "We have a dog
Oh,
with this chip, with this phone number." And the guy's like, "No." And they're like, "It says it went missing a year ago." And he's like, "Are you kidding me?"
holy shit, dude.
And yeah, so they're reuniting the dog with the dog owner tomorrow morning.
Watch it be like a
Holy
fake
shit.
chip, like they took that chip out of like another dog, and like it's not their dog at all. It's like I had a Chihuahua.
I had a yeah,
what this thing see on them streets? He turned into a pit bull. Damn,
He's out there hitting the
he
weights,
done
dude.
growed up.
Dude. That's wild.
Street life ain't cheap.
It is.
Man, like how do you deal with that? Like a year, you've moved on. You're like, man,
You're
I lost
over
my
it.
dog. Like I'm. Like what if the dog comes back and like they got a new dog and the
I know,
dog's
it's
like,
like,
yo,
bitch,
like,
what the fuck you doing
what
here?
the,
They're like-
what the fuck's going
Yeah.
on here?
That dog has
Like,
PTSD.
yo, you told me
no
like I
doubt.
was your 1 year only, your ride or die dog, and like I
He's like,
dip
well, a
out for
lot's
year."
changed. I think
Yeah.
you're just take it easy.
That's
Dog's
kind of
addicted.
messed up.
That
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, the dog's got like street tendencies now. I don't know.
Comes
And
in
You
trying.
gotta.
They
you
were
got a
being
street
housed
dog.
by people that are willing to throw a dog on the side of the road.
Yeah.
So
Not even and
pieces
not
of
even in
crap.
like a good area. This is still like in town. If you want to get rid of the dog, do it.
yeah, go
out in the
east.
middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Who
It was in the
heck's like-
middle of a wooded neighborhood,
Just kick it out.
surrounded by heavy roads. So if that dog wandered out into basically a highway,
Yeah,
surrounded by heavy traffic. So
it's so stupid, dude. And there was like houses around and shit. That's wild.
yeah,
What?
I wish I had more of a story.
I think that.
more to that story, but
Well, I think the good part. I think the story kind of continues because our friend Eli.
Keep
was
it
like-
going.
What? Oh, keep it going. Sorry.
Well, no, I mean the story keeps going.
The story
It's gonna
keeps going
it's
because
gonna
our
keep
friend
going on.
Eli was like,
Got some news
I
connections.
think that's a scoop.
We
your
don't.
news.
Nobody in the news calls it a scoop.
No, they do. They do. And your
It's
news,
not a
your
scoop.
news scoopers popped
Mhm.
up, and you said, "I got
It's
a, I got a
just,
good
you
scoop. I
know.
got a lead." They call it a lead.
That's what it is. Yeah. It's
Oh,
not
really?
a scoop. It's
I
a
like
lead.
scoop though.
Yeah.
No, that's like I don't even know, before my time.
I got a scoop,
really,
see?
it's kind of crazy. Everything is a news story when you think about it. We report on some stupid stuff, man. Like today we did like how the drought is affecting plants. It's like,
How is the drought affecting plants?
it's important to the
Interesting.
community,
They're
and it
thirsty.
like affects grass and everything, but like that don't make you feel good at the end of the day. Joel over here saving a dog.
That
I
makes you
mean,
feel good, dude.
That's like,
There is
wow, there's
a-
hope in the world,
I
Yeah.
am dehydrated.
Well,
You are? Just because of the drought?
Yeah.
Just there you go. Now we're killing. Now we can spin this into a drought story.
no.
You saved the
Anyway.
dog all while thirsty because of the drought. Well, that's the nightly news. Do you think this news is worthy of playing at the end of the news? Like
What
the
do you mean?
last. Well, I don't know. What's the most important spot in the
It's
news?
5:01 p.m.
So the first story,
Live tonight.
The top story.
the top story. Do you think this is top story worthy,
It could be.
or is that usually like international news?
No, it's usually always local. It's typically our best local story of the
Ooh,
day.
dude.
Which, I mean, yeah, this is like something, because you're not skipping that story. You're going through the channel. You're like, man, local man saves dog. It's like, oh,
Dude, everybody wants to see how
you're
local
not
man
skipping.
saved
Like
the
they
dog.
got you for that 2 minutes or however long the package is. You
Yeah.
know,
You
so.
got him.
Neutered him up.
You got him with your package, dude.
Yeah, buddy.
That's what a news story is called.
I know that, dude. I did the news in high school, brother.
Yeah.
It's a hot
Well,
scoop.
what are the three things then? What do you have?
Lights.
You've got
Lead,
you've got
camera.
packages, and
action.
there's two other
I don't know.
stories,
Two other stories.
story types.
Story type. So a package. I don't know, honestly.
A package is everything. And then you got
Yep.
a VOSOT and a SOT.
Yeah, I wouldn't know that.
Voiceover, sound on tape, and sound on tape.
Voice over sound on tape and sound on.
Mhm.
Did you go to school for this, dude?
No.
No, but this is how you learn, brother. You get in there. You get in there
Jumped
and you do
head
it.
in, head first. Do the
Wild style.
news.
You know, on the many moons ago, I did a podcast, and I used to have the little segment on that show, and it was just the news. We just do the news, but oh, dude, and I for a moment I was thinking of like, oh, I wish I had my phone, because I would go on there, but it's you go to reddit.com. You've heard of reddit.com?
Once or twice, yeah.
I've heard of Reddit. Anyway, there's a subreddit, and it's called what was it? Oh my god, I can't even remember now. It's like it's something it's like too crazy to be news or something like that. Now I can't fucking remember, bro. Whatever. This is going nowhere. This whole conversation. I got a question, everybody. Joel, tell me about the first time you kissed a gal.
A guy?
A gal.
Oh, because I have a story. Wait, what was the question?
What's the first time you kissed a gal?
Okay, so this cute girl in middle school would not want to kiss me, and I was like, "Let me kiss you on the cheek." It's just like, fine. After like really pushing her to get
Yeah,
let
dude,
me give her a schmooch.
borderline
Consensual
aggressive.
And oh no, hold on. I convinced her to kiss me on the cheek, so she came in and I did the old switcheroo. Gotcha, bitch.
So that was your first kiss?
First kiss, but she leaned into it after that. I ended
Yeah.
up dating her.
Really?
Yep.
So
Yeah.
it worked out for the best. She didn't know
Yeah,
she wanted that kiss.
she
but
actually
did.
lost her virginity in my closet.
Oh, that's that girl.
Yeah, to
We know
another
about this
guy.
girl. We
Yeah.
know about this girl.
Yeah.
That's how you steal a smooch,
Yeah.
bro.
That would get you like 3 years in prison
Holy
these days.
crap.
Like
A
you're
seventh
going
grader?
away.
Yeah, seventh grade,
I was
bro?
23.
Does it make it? Are you?
That dude, that right there, that's like. I
Cut.
hate it. Like you got to cut it right.
Boom,
I'm
boom.
like looking over. That was perfect. I was 23.
Does it make things weird, or is it okay to talk about your past, like the first time you had sex with a girl? Because you're talking about having a sex with a girl that's like possibly like 14, you know. But I was 14.
So
is it
Isaiah,
okay?
tell us about this 14-year-old you were sexing.
I was sexing her. No, my first kiss.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't have sex with the girl that I kissed first. But my first kiss was on a dare. They dared the girl. They Everybody knew that Isaiah wanted to kiss a gal.
Hell.
No, I think it was probably for like, I don't know, a good year or two. I was just like,
You became like a professional, like spinning a bottle and getting it to land exactly where you wanted. You're like
It's
sitting
like-
on the floor, just like, okay, I know I need to put this much. You get to spin 2.5 times
Different carpets.
to land on
Yeah,
Cindy.
Different
I'm gonna
wood
get her.
bro, I kissed every girl in the neighborhood that way, dude. It was worth it.
Professional bottle spinner.
I did that because I was just obsessed with the idea of getting my first kiss.
Yeah.
It was like a year or two. Like once my balls were like, once the light switches went on in my nuts, dude, and the factory was running.
Yeah.
That's like all. I didn't think about having sex or any of that stuff. It was like, that stuff was like, come on, dude.
You gotta make it to first base. before
Let's
you can
take
go
it
all
easy,
the way
dude. Just
around.
the idea of kissing a gal. I thought about it was like every day for 2 years. I must have thought about that shit.
That's all I thought about.
Dude, I used to love going to school because I could just get to like look at pretty girls at school, and then like, dude, I'd do like cringe ass shit, like write a note. I'd like write a note and slip it into their locker and shit, and I know they were laughing with their friends, dude. I know they were opening up that note and being like, "Do you like me, Circle?"
Did you put your name on it?
I must have.
You had to have.
How
How
else
else
do
who
they-
would they know to
like-
go kiss?
You like paperclip a school yearbook photo of yourself to the note, be like, here's what I look like.
Oh, they knew what I look like, dude. Bro, you should, dude. Yeah, and because my pictures were ugly, dude. I got like long hair. I'm trying to be like a skater and shit. I got like braces.
Hell yeah. That was a
Dipshit.
good look though, man.
That was a good look.
It's
I
coming
guess.
back.
It's coming. The braces are coming back. But yeah, and then so we were at my friend's house, and this girl and her sister who lived in our neighborhood. They didn't live there for long, but it was like our neighborhood was nothing but boys. So like having girls in the neighborhood was
all just practice kissing each other.
yeah. So we had to practice kissing each other. We turned the lights off and put on our mother's lipstick, so it wasn't fucking weird.
The fuck?
Yeah, just so it wasn't weird. If a guy has lipstick on,
There's a
and
barrier.
yeah, there's a barrier, and if the lights are off, you don't see him. So what's gay about that? If you could tell me what's gay about kissing a dude in the dark where you can't see him, how do you know it's not a girl? If it's in the dark, how do you know it's not a girl?
Nowadays you see kids are lucky. There's the loophole. You know,
loophole.
No, it's just it's a new loophole. It's
What's the new
probably
loophole?
the last like 5 years. I mean, you could just have like two guys and one of them goes trans for 30 minutes, and I mean you could be like, I'm identifying as a woman.
Stick it in his loophole.
I wouldn't go that far. I don't think it applies to that. But like
You
kissing,
know, that's the thing. Though you could say those words all you want, but my ding dong doesn't hear them. You know what I mean? Like a guy could be like, I identify as a girl. He could say it all he wants, and it could be true amongst us humans, but my ding dong does not hear that, and he does not.
While he's slurping on your penis, he's like, I'm a female right now.
And I'm like, sorry, dude.
But you had
He's
no-
just gonna
you
be
had no
slurping
problem-
on this.
you had no
limp
problem kissing
noodle.
guys though.
What?
You would still kiss a guy though.
Kissing ain't gay,
As
dude.
long as they had lipstick and the lights were off.
Yeah.
Hold on, so let's get this straight. This is a real story.
No, this is all fake because he said I kissed a guy. I was trying to tell a story about how there was just a bunch of dudes in the neighborhood. So when girls finally came in, there was like these two sisters. It was like, that's all we thought about, bro. And then he made a joke about us kissing each other, and I ran with it.
Okay, wow. I totally was like, this
I know.
dude's
Then it went on,
fucking
and then it
putting
went on,
lipstick
and then
sucking
it
each other
went on
off.
for too long, and it got too real. No, we never kissed each other, but we.
Okay, so you and your buddies are hanging out at one of their houses.
one of their houses, and it was like
two
and then-
neighborhood girls came over.
and they came over. It was two sisters.
Tell me more.
And it was during the summer, so and his parents worked. His dad worked at the fucking same place. he did.
Oh, okay.
This is Dave. Never mind. Why am I
Yeah.
saying his name, dude?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Let's go deeper into that.
Everything is connected in the world
It is.
somehow.
It is connected. So it was at his so he's working all day, and so is his mom.
Yeah.
And we're out there, and then they dare the younger sister to kiss me, and then
You know.
yeah, she was sitting on a chair like this, and I was sitting on a couch, and I was sitting down at that end, and she was sitting here, and we stood up, and we met in the middle, and we kissed. Bro, I talked about that kiss and thought about that kiss like for weeks.
To this day.
Yeah, I was like, you're still talking about
I know. Well, it's because it's part of the show. It's part of the show.
You explain the boner.
What? It's the world's tiniest boner. You'll never find it. But dude, got to the point where like my friends were like, dude, shut up. You kissed her for like 2 seconds. But it's like, you finally got your I was like, that was my goal. And I really wanted to be like, will you be my girlfriend now? Dude, she was not into that. She's like, no, you're coming on a little strong.
What's
here.
her name?
Her name was Josie, dude.
Do you know what Josie's been up to?
Just being a regular run-of-the-mill whore, dude.
Just kissing 13-year-olds everywhere.
She still kisses 13-year-olds, bro. She won't stop. You can't stop her, bro.
Was she older?
No, she was just a little bit younger than me. Yeah. And I was in 7th grade. She might have been like 6th grade. And then
statutory.
Yeah. At that point, that wasn't statutory. I was statutorily raped once, dude. It was all right.
Huh?
I was statutorily raped once.
I think you told us about this.
I did. I said it last time because it's a very shocking, jarring thing to say.
Yeah.
And that's why you
mentioned this before.
It used to be a joke I used to tell on stage. Yeah. It'd be like a lull. And I was like, I was statutorily raped once. And then everyone's like, oh. And I'm like, it was all right. It was pretty awesome.
It was cool.
She was pretty hot.
She was pretty hot.
Yeah,
no.
Did you guys ever watch that the Nathan For You episode where you guys watch Nathan For You?
Of course.
Absolutely.
Not kind of.
About
it's hard for me to watch.
Where the old Bill Gates impersonator goes and finds his old girlfriend and tries to rekindle it, and he's just a total creep.
Yeah.
And she like didn't think about him at all, and he just hunted her down.
Sitting outside her house while she has no idea.
That's so wild. That was me. Back then, I was doing that to this girl Josie at the time because I was like,
Josie
trying to call her house. Her parents were like, "Dude, she don't want to talk to you.
We have something. I felt the spark.
She's like, who is this?
I'm outside
you can't deny true love.
I'm outside her house with a whole mariachi band.
Are you that weird kid at my friend's house that I accidentally killed?
She doesn't even remember me. She's like, "Who are you?" But her friend and then her sister fucked my friend's cousin Chewy. And then it also fucked my other friend's brother, Aaron. Fucked her. Dude, it was so weird. He came from her house and we were all sitting down and he used to never hang out with us or talk to us. But we were both sitting, like me and this other kid were sitting on a driveway. And he came walking by and he came and sat down with us with half a Gatorade and he kept like talking to us.
Just like sighing like,
and he's
just
like
waiting for you to be like, what's going on, man?
Exactly, bro. And he used to never talk to us because he was older than us. And he's just like, he kept taking the sips of Gatorade and swish it in his mouth, and then he would spit it out. And we were like, just waiting for us to be like, why are you doing that? And then I guess one of us was like, why are you swishing with Gatorade, dude? And he's like, just trying to get the taste of pussy out of my mouth.
Oh god!
Just
shut up.
Trying to get the taste of pussy.
Oh,
I was just eating. I don't even remember her name. I was just eating that poontang.
Sloshing up some poon.
I was just munching on that poontang.
Damn.
My cousin Chewy. You know what's crazy is when I kissed that girl, I had just kissed this girl. My friend Joel, also not you. This different guy. I swear to God, was telling us a story about how he had anal with a girl, dude.
You were in 7th grade, right?
Yeah, no, because he used to go back to Mexico and shit. Because he was from Mexico.
How does that make it any better?
I don't fucking know, dude. He said shit was wild in Mexico. Me and Patrick. Fucking A. Why do me and that guy's kid. Patrick, we used to be like, dude, he's fucking lying. He's lying about everything that happens. He used to go to Mexico for like 2 months every summer.
Come back, like, yo, I was hanging with El Chapo. Yeah, I rode a hippo. I flew to space and back. They just do that in Mexico.
He's like in Mexico, bro. He's like, you should have been
Mexico
there.
Thing you wouldn't understand.
He's like,
bro.
you wouldn't understand, dude. Mexico crazy like that, bro. We put spinner rims on our space shuttle and we took that shit to fucking Jupiter, dude.
That was just on Saturday, that was nothing. That was.
And then after I came back, all the girls were like, let me do anal with you.
Why are you doing like a half-ass Mexican accent right now?
Because we're talking about a Hispanic guy. That's the kind of Hispanic he is, man. That's
just the way he talks.
No, he doesn't really talk like that, actually.
He's very proper.
He's like a really good chef.
He talks perfectly.
He's like a really close friend of mine.
Just giving him a shitty Mexican accent.
Yeah, because it's funny. He would get it.
Okay.
He would get it, dude. I wouldn't offend my friend. He's awesome, dude. We grew up together, and I still talk to him every once in a while. We had like kids at the same time. He's a good dude. He's like probably the best cook I know in person. The best cook I know in person. It's the only job he's ever had is like working in a restaurant. He works at a country club as like the head chef.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's just how they do it in Mexico.
That's how they do it in Mexico, dude. You don't get that shit. But he came back talking about how he was messing with this girl and he was trying to put it in from behind, but he accidentally put it in her butt and she just let it go. And I'm like,
so
dude,
what point did he figure that out?
Honest mistake.
I don't know, honestly. I didn't ask him.
So
I was like,
he
are you
came
serious?
back
I was just
and-
like, I was honestly like jealous as shit because I'm like, I just kissed a girl and he's like, yeah, it anal. I'm like, dude, you're fucking like 7th grade, dude. He's like, yeah, but that's like 25 in Mexico.
You're like, wow, I just got my first kiss. He's like, I got 3 kids back in Mexico. I got a family, bro.
I'm trying to
Like,
feed,
what
bro.
do you mean?
So I'm washing dishes
I'm
at the
over here
country
trying to
club.
make a better life, bro. You're over here getting your first kiss. The fuck?
That's just how shit is in Mexico, dude.
It's just how they rock
shit was
over
quicker,
there,
dude.
2 years
That
old,
was
you're out
interesting.
there. You're out there working, man.
Yeah, he's a good dude. You're not getting out of this. What's the first time you kissed a girl?
I honestly don't remember.
You don't
I
remember?
have 2 possible.
Well, give us just the best story that you got
I
out of those
there's
2.
not
Which
really
one's the
a
best?
story. I mean, the first time you're young. Sometimes I feel like your mind makes shit up. Like, I don't
Right.
know if it's like a fantasy if it happened or if it really did.
False memory.
It was probably like my sister's like 4 years older than me. It
So
was
is your
probably-
sister?
No, it was probably her 14th or 15th birthday party. She was like fresh into high school. Maybe
Just
8th
real quick
grade.
before you go on, dude. If you're about to tell a story about kissing your sister's
No.
friend,
Oh, yeah.
awesome! You're a hero. You're an American
But, like,
soldier.
I don't know if it, like, I feel like it happened.
It happened.
But, like, I'm not positive.
Damn,
And it-
4 years too. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
So I was probably like 10, maybe.
10 years old
and
kissing
I-
a foot.
Tell me
It
about it,
probably
dude.
wasn't
Tell me
even
about
on,
it.
I don't even think it was on the lips if it did happen. It was probably
Kissed her on
my
the
cheek.
pussy.
On the pussy,
No.
on the poontang.
But so I get her birthday party's out of my grandparents. They got a nice piece of property out east, and there were like 50 people there. And I feel like I just remember like begging, like, please give me a kiss.
So you were on that kiss train too. You were thinking about it, dude.
I guess I was. But yeah, and I think she just kissed me on the cheek or something, and like that was it.
Melted your heart, bro.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like I said, I don't remember. Maybe
Is your sister still friends with that girl?
I have no idea who she even is.
Oh, you couldn't even.
I
begin
doubt
to
my
know.
sister would remember.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Maybe. But
now,
I feel like when like I close my eyes, I can picture exactly where it happened. So like it probably did because
that's called a
it's, like,
core memory.
Your
dude.
mind is like Jimmy Neutron style, just like going through my neurons. And other than that, it would probably have just been my first girlfriend.
Your
Which
first girlfriend.
was probably on like a playground swing set, in, like 7th grade.
What
Did you
about,
Actually, no, it was summer of 8th grade. I got my first girlfriend.
what about
Summer of
childhood
8th grade.
traumas?
Traumas.
Do you have any childhood traumas? Do you have
Um,
any childhood traumas?
Without a doubt, bro. But there's, but I don't remember them
No?
too well.
Do you have any childhood traumas?
Yeah, I've got one.
What do you got?
Ooh, I want to hear yours.
We had this daycare that I guess was very sketchy.
Yeah.
Not really. She was apparently a good lady. I don't know. Me and my sister complained about her for ages. My mom's probably like, they just don't want to go to daycare. But I had a very active bladder. You know, I drank a lot, so like I peed a lot. And so I guess she got mad at me that I had to go pee so much during the day. And so eventually she like limited my bathroom access and told me I couldn't go after like 2 times a day.
Well, oh my
So
god!
I pissed myself.
Oh.
So wait, how old were you in this one? This was like
I was in
preschool. you said?
elementary school.
Elementary school.
Like too young to know better, I guess. Probably like pretty young, like
Like
6,
honest
7,
mistake.
8.
Okay.
Well, no, like I knew that like I had to pee myself because like she would yell at me like if I went to the
Damn.
bathroom.
Because you
And
were.
so
paying
she
much.
made me like strip down because I was like pissed myself, and I'd like stand in a corner, and like all the kids like walked by, and I just remember them like laughing at me and shit, and it was
Whoa.
like wow.
So you
I
had to
still know where
just-
she lives, and she still runs a daycare, by the way. And I told myself if I ever see her out in public, I'm just gonna fucking whop her ass.
Yeah, let's go piano.
So wait,
front
she
She's a
made you.
freak, dude.
She made you strip down.
Yeah,
So
So
you,
what? Did you have underwear on at that? Or
I
just,
don't believe so.
So you were just naked.
Once again, like I was young, like I'm pretty sure I was naked. I'd have to like ask my mom and clarify because I
Whoa.
think that wasn't even the time that my mom took us out. My mom didn't take us out of the daycare until my sister had a phone. And, like, my sister called my mom, like, mid her screaming at a kid. And then my mom came and, like,
because your mom heard it.
Yeah, she, like, heard her yelling at a kid. Dude, she was this, like, fat-ass lady, like, just weird. And she sat on her couch all day and watched Barry Manilow VHS tapes. That's all she did, dude. She loved Barry
Manilow, dude.
I've never been able to forget Barry Manilow.
You said you know.
And every time I see Barry Manilow's name pop up on something, it just pisses me
my
off.
Pants.
No, it just makes me angry. It's like, dude, I'd want to be like, can we watch cartoons? No, Barry Manilow. You know, this was just him live in concert. I couldn't tell you a Barry Manilow song.
Jeez.
I mean, I've gotten over it, but like, I still kind of want to like whoop her ass. You know?
I'm down to piss on her front door if you want.
Oh no, like I want to like full on be like, I feel like she might remember me.
She's like, oh, Eli, and you're like,
fist swinging.
What if you could, dude? You can have you can use AI to recreate Barry Manilow's voice.
Call her on the phone.
Call her up with Barry Manilow.
Wow.
Hello, this is Barry.
I don't even know what Barry sounds like.
Hi there, it is.
But the AI will, and she'll freak out. That's wild.
So that whole story, perfect to reenact.
That is
Like
definitely not. It's childhood trauma.
Stripping him. What better way to overcome your childhood trauma than to reenact?
Honestly, I think a therapist might actually agree with that.
Like her. Like an old lady yelling at you to strip down
like I've like
into
blocked
your
it out. It's like,
whitey-tighties?
I don't remember a lot of my childhood. I feel like I just kind of like
That means it was all trauma, baby.
So you're cool with reenacting it, right?
No.
You don't want to reenact it?
I don't want to piss myself and strip naked and get yelled at again. That doesn't sound very fun.
It's all staged, though.
What if like it like brings me right back and I just start like freaking out and crying or
It'd be
something?
so
He's like
funny.
on the ground in a fetal position.
I'm just picturing like your voice telling the story and like you sitting down playing with blocks next to other actual little kids and you're like,
Nah.
Can I go pee?
God, it'd be so funny
Dude,
to reenact that.
There was a kid in 7th grade in middle school, and he had to go pee, and the teacher wouldn't let him, and he peed his pants in like rebellion.
That's badass. I did it out of desperation.
Yeah, respect.
Well, he claims it was out of rebellion.
Oh yeah,
Claims.
good cover.
But
How
because
convenient.
it backfired because everybody just called him the kid that pissed his pants, and to this day I see that guy walking around, and that's
He
all.
pissed
Pee
himself.
pants.
And he's over there thinking everybody forgot about it.
The only difference between his and yours is he wasn't made to strip down and stand in front of the whole class as like some kind of weird fucking
Freak show.
Freak show, dude. That's so wild. That's so
Right.
fucked up. What's her name, bro?
Miss Mary.
Miss Mary.
Go
Fat
fuck you, Miss
Mac.
Mary.
Miss
Yeah.
Dude, what a bitch. What kind of trauma you got going on cooking up?
I made my teacher cry in third grade.
We made our teacher cry in 7th grade too.
Oh, dude, I want to hear these
Sheesh,
stories.
yeah.
I want to hear that story, please.
So I made my teacher cry.
How'd you do
In
that?
3rd grade, and she was a substitute teacher. We were in the slow classes.
That's even worse.
Yeah. So I was in the
slow classes.
The inner, what do you call that? The
Extra special education.
the special ed class. We were
I don't
extra
know.
special. So I made my teacher cry in 3rd grade.
Yeah.
And she was a substitute teacher. She came into the classroom for about 6 months. Long substitute teacher.
I've
She
had one of
spent
those.
that-
I've had one of those.
Yeah. So this teacher spent the entire 6 months creating, cutting, making this very intricate game. And this was the big reveal. This was her day. So she sat the whole class down and she made a big spectacle of how fun this new game that she created was. She cut everything out of colors and had everything laminated. And she put time into this game.
Oh, dude.
And right when she got done explaining this,
Dude, Joel.
right when my teacher,
I'm already
substitute
hurting.
teacher, right when my substitute,
My heart.
I'm about to kick your ass after you finish this, dude.
What did you
Go on,
do to
what'd you
this
do?
angel,
what the fuck
dude?
happened?
all right.
What did you do to this sweet angel?
So this sweet angel of a teacher just finished telling us the whole story on how to play this game.
How to play the game.
And I go, this looks like fun. I was in 3rd grade. And she just started bawling, crying.
Are you serious?
Bawling, crying.
Are you?
That's not
kidding
as
me?
bad as I thought. I thought you were gonna like flip it.
I
over
know,
And be like,
honestly,
this sucks. But I mean,
this-
you just said
this
that.
game-
She should be
All you
able to
said?
take it.
Yeah, she can't handle that from a 3rd
Yeah.
grader. Now it
This
flips.
game looks like fun.
Psych.
Now it flips back on her. She's just takes it too personally.
She was like, go to the
Yeah.
office. She's like,
She, like, fresh out of
she was
college?
Whimpering. And she's
She
like,
was whimpering. It'd be one thing if you were in like high school, you know what I mean? But a 3rd grader, you can't
3rd
take.
grader. There's like 12 of us. She's like, go to the principal's office.
Oh man!
And I'm like,
Well,
Miss
did you ever play the game? Did it suck?
No, that was her last day.
Wow.
That she left that school.
you made her quit.
I made that teacher quit.
That's wild.
And she's like, go to the principal. She had a breakdown.
Oh,
She broke down in
shit.
class and quit.
This looks so much fun. You
wanna
probably just saw Billy Madison too.
Oh, everything about it. Everything
Billy
about my
Madison-esque.
life was Billy Madison. You want to teach 3rd graders?
Lame, dude. When I was in 3rd grade,
I love your dress today.
But it was like an aggressive, and the whole class laughed too.
oh dude,
that's
you
even
got her.
Ours
wrecked
wasn't
her.
that bad. I was in 7th grade. We had this teacher, Miss Hoffman. She was our English teacher. And I don't know the story behind it, but kid comes into class and like, you know, like you can tell when kids in middle school are up to no good. Like I walk in, like
Smell it.
everybody
Like they're
like
kind of quiet.
everybody's got that
Yeah.
like look on their face. And so like I walk in,
Oh,
like
shit.
you have like 4 minutes between classes, and I probably got in about 3 minutes after the first bell rang. So like there's only like 2 more kids coming in, and everybody knows what's going on except like me. So I'm kind of like trying to get the information out. Classes started. We're like all studying. I'm like, yo, like what the fuck is going on? And they're like, he like tells me like look over in his backpack, and he pulls out the gotcha papers. And my teacher,
yeah, dude.
she was on the front page for assault from like I guess like the week before or something, and they found her. And so like I was like, yo, like that's crazy. And so I guess everybody had like already seen it, but he was like passing it around, and she saw it and like took it, and like everybody just started laughing, and she starts like she just starts crying, and like she goes, it wasn't like a loud cry, it was like
A whimper.
like
Starts
a
as
trying,
whimper.
like she goes back to her desk, and like it's not like a bright room, it's like a very dark room, all the lights were off, just like our active board was on, and she's just like, you can see just the reflection, the tears coming down her face, and like the,
Dude,
the
it
little
sounds so dramatically lit.
yeah,
It's
and like
this type of background.
and all you hear is just a little and it's like, damn, I felt bad. And then she was gone for like a week.
Oh,
and then
no.
everybody's
She in
taking jokes
prison,
like,
man.
oh, she had to go serve her sins.
Oh,
But no, I'm sure she was just probably like really
Having a
fucking
meltdown.
pissed. And
Yeah,
then she
she
came
was.
back and told everybody, like, I think she said like it wasn't any of our business, and to like not bring it up again, or else like you got a referral, and that was enough to like shut everybody up.
Ooh, a referral.
But-
What are referrals anyway?
I never got one. I got
I got
lunch,
'em, bro.
I got
All the
lunch
time.
detention one time. I got in trouble in school twice.
What?
Once was at the Van Wezel, talking during a, man, it's fucked up now that I think about it, was a Holocaust survivor interview, and I was talking and like during it, and I got sent out to the bus and humbled. And another time I just got lunch detention, which,
I got out of that boring shit.
dude, lunch detention was brutal, man.
Yo,
in middle
shout out to
school,
Hitler.
they put you up at the like the stage in the cafeteria.
Oh, by yourself.
And dude, they
So
were
you're
all,
like up on
Oh.
stage
like, I'm
now?
sitting there with all the like bad kids, and like I'm a good kid. I'm a
I'm a
good
good
noodle,
kid.
bro. I've never done nothing bad in my life.
You're sitting with all the Germans.
And dude,
up
I'm
there.
sitting with the kids that are like bringing weed to school in like 7th grade. The ones that are like,
But they put you guys
Fighting.
up on a stage
oh,
in the
in front of the
cafeteria?
whole class, and like in front of everybody eating. And you got your lunch last, which sucked because like I'm fat and I wanted the food, so I got the like.
We know how to get to
I
'em.
got the fucking table scraps at the end. You get the
Aw.
small slice of cold pizza that's like cardboard. So not only was I pissed about that, but you're not allowed to talk and just everybody looks at you and they're like, man, I wonder what, like, why.
And you had flashbacks of the time.
Yeah, well, no, it's like all those other kids, bro, they never got to sit at the normal lunch tables. They were in lunch detention every day.
Just every day. They just knew. They just had their own seat.
They were like veterans on the block, and here comes this new kid.
What's up, fresh
and
blood?
I like, and you're not allowed to talk or anything, and the teacher just like looks at you and like, man.
Damn, bro, I was getting in trouble all the time.
Sucked.
Or not all the time, but enough.
Nah, I was a good kid.
Man, I got a wild story.
I'm interested. Say no more.
So I got this story of this kid that almost killed another kid. He was the weird, quiet kid at school that everyone would pick on. But I was nice to him. You know, he's like a nice kid. He was the underdog, and I didn't like kids getting picked on.
Right, yeah.
And we had that bully. You know how every school had the bully and the weird kid, right?
Yeah.
So the bully went up to the weird kid. The kid's standing next to me because I didn't pick on him. And the guy's just in his face. He had a hat on like this. The bully did. And he's just mouthing off to the kid. And the kid's holding a pencil down by his hand. Just gripping it like that. Pencil out this way. Business.
The business end.
He's holding it. Like
he got the business end of a pencil.
Dude.
Ooh.
And I see him, his arm kind of twitch up. And he looked down at his hand while the bully was like giving him hell, and he like looked back up and just stared him in the eye.
Wham.
And the nerdy kid and stuck that pencil into the side of that dude's
head?
temple.
Oh
and
my
the dude
God.
dropped.
Folded like an omelet.
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
Arkansas, bro.
Oh, dude. It's just your typical Arkansas Tuesday. School's like, damn, that's the 5th time this month.
Tuesday. So wait, you saw the pencil go into the side of this kid's head?
Yo, it disappeared, man.
Damn.
He pulled a Joker out.
Damn. And then,
Magic
so
trick.
what did this kid, what happened to the kid?
I don't even remember. I think he was just done. Like, he stopped going to our school.
The kid that got stabbed?
Yeah, got stabbed. This was before school shootings. This was like how you dealt with
Back
shit.
in the day, we didn't shoot nobody. We just stabbed him up with a pencil. What about the kid who did the stabbing? What happened to him?
I think he got a detention.
A
No,
detention,
he
bro.
definitely got expelled.
I mean, I'm sure the
He's gotta go.
teachers probably all knew. They're like, all right, bro, like,
Yeah,
we
he
gotta
had-
do this. But
That bully had it coming, though, man. He was
Yeah.
giving that kid hell.
Yeah, bro. That you learned that lesson early. Nice
But good
and quick.
for that kid for sticking up for himself. Little extreme, but
Little
good for
much,
him.
little much. You could have stuck up. You could have done less damage. One time I was standing in, I was at the lockers, my locker, and I heard somebody run behind me, and then a couple seconds later, I heard somebody else running, following them. So they were chasing someone, and so the second person, I didn't even know who it was. I didn't know the person. I just heard steps, and I just timed it out. I let go of my lock and I turned around and stuck my foot out as they ran by, and they hit my foot and they flew into the, those metal cages they had around like the windows at school,
Yeah.
like the hurricane
oh yeah,
cages, like yeah. She like hit that, and like
She?
yeah, it was a girl.
Oh.
It was a girl chasing a guy, and she fucking like hit that shit and just like dropped down. And I just like went into the class. I like went into the. I just like turned around. I got my shit, and I
like
like
an
walked to the classroom.
accessory to attempted murder, and you just
And I
hide
just
out in the
sat down, bro.
classroom.
Sweating.
Nothing happened.
Dude, and it was just like in a Christmas Story when that kid's got his tongue stuck to the pole and all the kids are at the window
Everybody
except
runs.
for the two kids that fucking did it, dude. Everybody was fucking outside, like around her, like, "Are you okay? What's going on?" And I was just sitting at my desk.
It was that guy.
And the teacher came in and like point, and the teacher came in and she'd be like, "Who?" and like pointed over at me, and I'm like, I like looked over, I'm like, "Me? What's going on?"
I've been sitting here the whole time.
I was like, "Just been sitting in here, dude." And they're like, they just took me out, and I had to go to the principal's office, and I talked to the SO officer or whatever the fuck they call him, and the guy was like really mad at me. He was like really really pissy, pissy. He's like, if anything happened to her, like you're gonna respond. Like they could sue you. You get a suey wooey, and you go to prison, boy.
Prison whizzing.
Prison whizzing, dude. And I'm like, why are you talking like Dr. Seuss?
I'm having a stroke. Call an ambulance. Call an ambulance.
But instead I just got ISS, which was in school suspension.
Yeah.
And it was with this lady, this black lady named Ms. Belvin, bro. She had a she had a bowl cut, and her hair was like she had a bowl cut, but she used like 10 tons of like gel and hairspray. Like that shit was like a fucking helmet, bro. And it came down behind her glasses. So like she had glasses on and the hair was like down behind her
She had a
glasses.
visor.
Yeah, like over her eyes. It looked like a helmet. Right?
Probably was.
And she was crazy. This one time this kid got up and went to the bathroom and he was peeing for quote unquote too long. And she leaned like into that, because like the bathroom was in the like a connector between the two rooms, and she like leaned in there and she's like, "Yo, what are you doing in there? Whacking your 9mm Peter?"
Wow.
She reached in and pinched it off.
And she's like, "Let me whack it for you." She didn't say that part. And then after that, no, she was like deathly allergic to mosquitoes. Apparently, I don't know if this is true, but she like hated them. So, and everybody that had ISS knew that Miss Belvin like hated mosquitoes.
Y'all were like sneaking mosquitoes in like little jars. And
No, you didn't have to, bro. You just all you had to do all day was like write sentences, and it depends on like what you did or how many times. If you got like 3 days of ISS, you had to write some sentence that she made up. I will refrain from tripping people outside and make this long meandering fucking sentence, and you got to write it like 1,000 times, and you got like 2 days to do it.
I think I had this teacher.
Miss Belvin? She was at Sarasota Middle, and she was like deathly allergic to mosquitoes, or so she said. But you just be writing, and then you just go like this. And then she would like get up and like look.
Y'all are in the back of the class making buzzing noises.
And I'd look over him and he'd be like, "Oh, sorry, I thought it's and she'd be like, and she'd come running out and she had this big can of spray and she would just start spraying it all around you. And she'd go over to the front door and she'd be like, spray it all around the crack on the door and just be like,
and I guess she'll pull out like a lighter when she did that. And just
everything would catch on fire except for her helmet, bro. Dude, she was wild, dude. Miss Belvin was wild. What you doing in there, whacking your 9mm Peter?
So there's this kid that went to school. He was a really good kid, and he was riding in the back of the bus, and our bus was following him. So he thought it'd be funny. Have you seen that movie, Speed?
Yeah.
Where they communicate to the police by writing "bomb on bus." Well, this kid,
officer, it's from a movie.
This kid wrote "bomb on bus" and put it on the back of the bus to show our bus.
Dude, what are you hoping to accomplish with that?
It's from somebody just going like, okay,
bro, it gets better.
All right, so he puts up a bomb on bus.
The police, the SWAT, they pull in. They overtake this bus, right? They strip all the kids out of the bus. That kid, they're going through his backpack, and earlier in the day, the teacher gave the class an assignment saying, "What do you want to see happen with this school?" Meaning like kids graduating. What do you want to see the kid? The kid drew the school on fire.
Oh my
Just like
God.
as a joke.
As a joke.
When pranking and goes wrong. Dude.
So he was fucked.
Dude, they fucking had to have a talking to that kid. Like, Billy, I think we got to talk.
3 days later, he's doing this.
I know.
No, that was people slapping his back in jail.
Dude,
You're not getting
he's
ISS
like,
for that, dude.
It's from
for
the
a
movie
bomb
Speed.
threat.
I swear. And they're like, and they hold up the drawing, and then they're like, well, what's this?
It's like
Dude,
a
that's
3-page manifesto. Like, I will bomb the school.
It was an assignment, I fucking swear. Dude, that's wild. All right, I think we are at, that's a good story to end on, because we are at 48 minutes.
Wow.
Goes by, baby. I'll say it every time. Thanks for let's think
Thanks
of
for sticking it in.
Thanks for sticking it out. What should our sign off be? When I was doing, I had a podcast named Road Soda, and we'd say thank you for cracking another Road Soda. So
That's pretty good.
I think we can come up with something for Poontang.
It'll come with time. I don't think you can force it.
No, we're gonna force it right now.
I'm not.
Well, then I will, and you'll have to watch.
Thanks for rubbing it out.
Thanks for And remember, stay poony.
No, I don't like
You
that.
don't like that?
Stay poony. Fucking.
Now that I hear it said,
Just turn out the light.